What's up, everyone? Flashcraft. That's right, it's Beau here from Flash TV Talk, and I am here at LexCorp Plaza, and I'm so excited. This is a monumental day because LexCorp Plaza is finally finished. Yeah, that's right. And I don't mean like finished in the sense of like, well, there's this space over here and we need to do some stuff. Like, no. I finished the whole thing. Inspiration struck this past week, and I decided, you know what? Let's just fill out all of these spaces. I think it worked really well. Now, so first things first, for the longest time, the LexCorp Plaza, we've had this kind of area right here to put a word, and I wasn't sure which word to go with. So I felt, you know what? Let's just go with Plaza, because that's what it is. Yeah, call a thing, right? There we go. Plaza. Ouch. All right. So, yes, LexCorp Plaza is done. Of course, we have got LX Tram. We have got Studio E back there, and then the mall itself. And y'all, I am super proud of how this all turned out. Now, y'all already know we've got Nether You Mind, which is our Nether shop right here when you first walk in. We've got kind of the decor, communicates instantly what's going on. We've got, low stock, but stock. We do have some stock here, I think. No, not over there. Okay, you know what? Yes, there we go, stock. So we've got some things for sale in Nether You Mind. We also have Ye Old Concrete Shop, called, of course, Beau Arts. This is very Apple stylized. We've got this, which is kind of a little bit more, it's very Nether stylized, but I thought, Hot Topic was kind of the theme I wanted to go with in terms of walking through here. And actually, from what I understand, we've actually maybe made some sales somewhere in here. Yes, look at that. In fact, I need to go through. You know what? Let's just go through. Let's see. Let's see what kind of money we were making, because we've been making a little bit of money. There we go. Yes, and let's see. So that was that. So we got our, we've got this shop. These have been the case. This has been the case. I got a little LexCorp decal here going here when you first walk in. It's kind of over your head, which is kind of cool. Then you got the main fountain, which I'm super proud of how this turned out. This is great. Of course, it serves two purposes, being kind of the executive elevator, but also just a really nice fountain when you walk through. You've got the Zolomon Farms food court with Hunter right here, ready to hook you up with the greatest deals for trading. What? Even the food court's making some money. Okay. So yes, Zolomon Farms food court right there. You got, all kinds of food. We got our honey blocks have been moved here. We've got fish. We've got chicken. Everything that you need. We've got the LexCorp Tram, the LX Tram rather, that will take you either to my base, or if you continue on, you'll go to Fox's base. Really great and extremely convenient. I have been using this a lot, and it has saved me so much on rockets. It's been so nice. This at the moment is free, but I am thinking that we'll probably do some sort of like tip jar or something of that nature here. I haven't quite figured that out yet. There's so much. Like, just this light alone is, I'm sure there's a more convenient way of doing it, but there's so much like redstone behind that. I thought about making some sort of like locking mechanism that required a ticket system or something like that, but nah, I think at the moment we're just going to maintain that for free. Little public service that LexCorp is doing for the people. We also have this, which is our kind of like map, so to speak. So you've got like a list of all the different shops. You've got the first floor, Beau Arts, Nether You Mind, Books A Trillion, Zolomon Farms Food Court, and the LX Tram. We'll look at Books A Trillion in just a second. And then on the second floor, you've got the Plaza Spa, What Suits You, which is our clothing store, LCP Jitters, LexCorp Plaza Jitters, our arcade, and then ATM and Prisma Bling. I'm so excited to show you all that. That's the inspiration that struck me this week. But first, let's take a look at Books A Trillion. Right here is kind of our little book nook place. I was going to call it the book nook, but then I decided to call it Books A Trillion because I'm completely unoriginal. And you just walk through. And I decided here we would sell kind of everything you need to make a writing book. So you've got, hello, yes. You got your ink sacks. You got your books. We've got lots of books. And then you also have feathers. I don't think we're going to do much sales in feathers, but we got them. So feathers, ink, and books. And then you can also, combine them here if you need to start doing some writing and that sort of thing. So let's head up top. That's Books a Trillion. Oh, and of course we got a little our little staff, behind the scenes. I mean, there's not really much to say about this. If you go here, you go into staff only, you got kind of a quick entrance into the executive elevator, but you've got the same thing upstairs. And then back here is just literally just the back of Zolomon Farms food court, so that I can kind of fill up the stock without having to mess with, where Hunter is and that sort of thing. Oh, and then this right here, this is kind of interesting. So I've got these switches a few places. This is actually what keeps our vending machines working correctly. And yeah, that's what that's all about. No other reason. And actually, so we've got vending machines upstairs and downstairs. I'll showcase that. I think I've already showcased this on stream, but I'll do it again anyway, since this is kind of our big show off of LexCorp Plaza. We've got kind of our corporate sponsors here. Of course, the LexCorp logo. This is supposed to be, I mean, it looks like a Y, and that's might be obvious as to why, but I was also trying to go for like an ox head, because the ox head saloon, my base, and so I had kind of like a Y looking ox head. I don't know. It doesn't really quite look right, but regardless, it's there to fill up space. I am super proud of this. I think this all came from my own head, and I think it really turned out amazing. This is the little mall spa. You can go get a little quick, 30-minute massage, something like that. And it's so peaceful and relaxing. And the bone, I think, makes a really, really pretty kind of, I guess, wallpaper or something. I don't know exactly what to say other than just the texture just looks right and works here. These are all fireplaces. Not fireplaces. What do you call them? The fire pit things. The campfires. There we go. Just all put out. And then we got some sandstone here. And yeah, I got some vines coming down, some bamboo. I got that kelp right there. I don't know. I'm really proud of how this turned out. All shops in Central City require some sort of sleeping situation. And so this was kind of my answer to that. And yeah, I think it just turned out great. So there's our little mall spa. Yep. There is our vending machines. Again, these are free. So LexCorp Plaza actually has a lot of free amenities for patrons. And, getting yourself a little bit of watermelon. That's right on. Over here, this is what suits you. Our clothing store that we made last episode. I'm super stoked. This turned out so nicely. Now, right now, this has no stock, so there's nothing in here to sell. But, I've been talking to some of the other Flashcrafters, and it sounds like there might actually be a market for some leather goods. Might have to mess around with that. Maybe that's what this ends up becoming. I thought about making an armor store, but of course, the White Lantern kind of covers all of our armor needs, and I talked to Fox about maybe doing some kind of deal, but in the end, it was a little bit more expensive than I could afford. But I don't know. With these new diamonds, we might be able to work out some sort of deal. This is our coffee shop, or LCP Jitters, because it's Central City. What would Central City be without Jitters? Now this, we do have actually some stock, but it's not necessarily for sale. Oop, I say that. There it is. Yeah. So when I thought about it, I think I am actually going to sell these items here. Like it's just random coffee looking items, but why not? Why not put it here? And so if somebody is looking for cocoa beans or, brown dye or a flower pot, essentially, they make great coffee cups, coffee mugs. Yeah, that'll be here. We'll do that. And that'll be great. And then our arcade, which is really just here for, you got to have an arcade in the mall. You gotta give the teenagers some place where they can all convene and stare weirdly at you as you walk by. That's what we need. Do teenagers still do that? I mean, I did that when I was a kid. I don't know. We weren't like full on mall rats, but we were like wannabe mall rats. Okay, this is the part that I'm super stoked about. I'm so proud of this. So as you recall, this space right here above Nether You Mind was open, and I can't even remember what really gave me this idea. Well, I say that I was doing kind of a monument raid and getting some sea lanterns that I needed to complete some of these lights over here. And in the process, I got so much Prismarine that I thought, I need to sell this. And, that kind of gave me this idea of a jewelry store for selling Prismarine. And yeah, this design, I just kind of did a quick Google search for a couple of different, mall-based jewelry stores and what kind of color schemes to use. And yeah, this just kind of all came together. Again, this is totally off the cuff, and I really like how it turned out. So this is Prisma Bling, our Prismarine jewelry store. As you can see, we've got various kinds of Prismarine from dark and otherwise. We do have some sea lanterns for sale as well. and also some end rods, which might be a little out of place, except for the fact that, I don't know, it's just a bright store, and I thought I'd go ahead and put some end rods in here for sale. Back here is where you actually can find your various Prismarines. And we have specialty items up for auction. So right here, we have got our conduit. The starting bid is 5 diamond blocks. So we'll see if we get any bids or not. But one way or the other, I'm kind of torn on it. On the one hand, I actually don't want it to sell because I think it looks really nice in the store just as a decoration. On the other hand, it's like, I'll take the diamonds. And then this right here is technically not for auction. This is the beacon that is on loan from EOTech. And that's just kind of here for now. But in the future, I can see us potentially selling beacons here, as that seems like one of these kind of high-end specialty items that would make a lot of sense. So this is Prisma Bling. And across the way, we needed some sort of ender chest situation where people could go and access their diamonds. And therefore, we have got our ATMs. I looked at a couple of different ATM designs, and ultimately, this is just kind of what I went with. It's not the nicest thing. I realize that. But, it'll work. It will absolutely work. So there you go. LexCorp Plaza. Totally finished. And making diamonds. Look at this. We got diamonds. Yeah. Awesome. I guess I would put it inside the vault, except for the fact that we know that the vault is not secure. And technically, based off of the rules of the vault, if somebody opens it, then they get to keep whatever's in the vault. So we need to return the LX Vault 3000 and get a vault that just basically says that I can keep whatever's in my own vault. I think that's what needs to happen. And so we'll work on that sometime in the future. For now, though, we will just go ahead and put our diamonds right there. Let's see. Okay. Main reason for wanting to kind of keep them separate is that, well, can I actually, let me just grab an, I'd like to keep an idea of what my diamonds are from LexCorp Plaza versus everything else, just to kind of get a sense of okay, we sunk, a month, 2 months into this build project. It'd be nice to know exactly how many diamonds we actually made from it. Oh, one last thing I want to show off is this. So I rearranged the storage room because originally I had all of these crates up against the windows. And not only did it take away from the view, but when you were outside looking in, you just saw the backs of crates in this one layer. And it was not a good look. And it was really kind of, I think, hurting the overall aesthetic of LexCorp Plaza. We wanted to make a building that really kind of planted our flag and let the people of Central City know that, not only is LexCorp here to stay, but LexCorp is here to, be an institution. And so that's, oh no. You know what? Let's just grab some sleep real quick. Let's grab some sleep real quick. Okay, so as I mentioned, the White Lantern is Fox's store, where he sells various inventory for people who have died, like, armors and such. Okay. So it appears that the White Lantern is becoming a Black Lantern. And it appears to be in some sort of temporal flux. Huh. So, we here at Central City have a slight temporal flux problem with things from the past coming back. Things over there. The White Lantern has never been a Black Lantern. That's not a thing from the past. Oh no. Maybe from the future? Oh man. Okay. So the temporal flux is going from just things from the past and now from things to the future. Or is this from an alternate timeline? At one point we were supposed to have the Blackest Night, but I think Will decided not to carry that on, or he did, or he's doing it and I don't know about it. That's definitely a possibility. But oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. Temporal flux now taking us into the future. Terrifying. You know what? I think this is, we have ignored this problem for weeks now. And I think if we keep ignoring it, it'll go away. That's right. That's how that works. That's how time travel works. Time travel. Speaking of the future, now that we do have all of our stuff in LexCorp Plaza, the old Zolomon farms and then this like temporary log yard, this all needs to go away. I decided to not even try to like sell the wood because I just, I need wood. So why not just keep it for my own stock, which is perfectly fine. And yeah, I used some of it maybe to build some of those bookshelves for Books a Trillion. So it has, it has gone to good use. Inspiration is striking. We need an EOTech like headquarters, and I'm not planning on working on that tower anytime soon. I wonder if Fox would be willing. Huh. So I own half of the red shop here. Me and Fox kind of collaborated on this. I designed it, and Fox supplied the stuff on the inside and basically manages it. I wonder if we might make this. What if the red shop was bought out by EOTech, and we redesigned this slightly? Just like, when I say slightly, I mean like just slightly. Like remove the white and put in like some yellow terracotta. Ooh, and actually, hang on now. Do you see it? I think I see something. EOTech, right? We just remove all the white and put in some yellow terracotta, and then we've got ourselves an EOTech retail store. I think this is not a terrible idea. This is the exact opposite of a terrible idea. All right, I'll talk to Fox about that. Well, that might be kind of fun. But today we do have some other stuff we need to do. It has been a long time since we have headed to the Legion of Doom, and from what I understand, there has been a lot of progress made there. In fact, so much progress that it might be pretty close to being time to finally showcase that, and it couldn't have come at a better time because we do have our next big build that we are all just anxious to get started on. But we need to finish, you got to finish what you started before you move on to the next thing. So today we are going to head to the Legion of Doom. All right, actually, let me empty my pockets since I have a feeling if I don't, this is going to continuously be a big problem. It's funny because when I started this, project, it wasn't necessarily intended to become like my main base. However, because I spent so much time in the city and because I needed to store a bunch of like items to build this thing, this actually kind of has become I won't call it my main base. It's like I have I got a country house and a city house. It's not the most organized. One of the things, and I think after we build Star Labs, we'll probably start having discussions on if and what a season 3 and Earth 3 of Flashcraft will look like. And ideally it would coincide with the next update to Minecraft, since there's going to be some pretty significant changes. That said, when we do get there, if and when we do get there, I know my main priority is going to be, I didn't do it at all this season. I didn't do it before because I didn't know how to do it before. But now that I kind of figured out the item sorter, I want a massive item sorter in my base. And I've actually in my creative world been working on a few different designs. And so I think when the time comes, I will be ready for that. All right, Compass of Doom. We got it. Let's go ahead and get some sleep, and then we will head to the Legion of Doom. Beall did a great job of getting this dome right, but it'd be nice if we could texture it up a little bit and then also put on some, maybe some vines, as was discussed. And then I tell you what, it'd be great if we could like add some coloration to those eyes here as well. I don't know where we are in that process, or even if, we might need to experiment a little bit with that. Hi, you. Yep, go away. There we go. All right, not finished yet. We're getting there. Definitely getting there. Oh, and giant hole in the floor. Okay, but we're getting there. That's the point, is that we're getting there. I think the inside is pretty much the same. I think right now that's the big The big change is just what's going on the outside. Like we've got kind of our bay windows here that we're able to look out on all sides. We've got Zolomon Grande 2.0. Oh, 2.0. I didn't know. Okay, good. That means 3.0 is still, we haven't had to use 3.0 yet. That's nice. We've got our gold stealing and porting operation rocking there. We've got our LexCorp cloning device working, albeit a little, there we go. Yeah, there we are. Actually, okay, good. Now I've just cloned myself. So if I die, then my clone will come back and be uploaded with all of my data and knowledge and come back here in the Legion of Doom. All right, we got our big teleportation portal, tunnel, that over there. Yeah, they got our loading bay there. We've got our mother box that we stole from Darkseid. Definitely not going to cause any problems in the future. Don't know why that would. And then we've got our Legion of Doom meeting space, Lex's podium. Don't touch this means Ugrod. And yeah, we're good. This is great. Honestly, the big thing that needs to happen. Oh, we need to clear out our stock as well. You know, I could probably help with that. There's a lot of things I can help with. In fact, you know what? This might need to be next episode. We're gonna come through. I know that Fox is working on finishing this bottom portion. He's done a ton, and it is getting so close to being done. And then I know that Beau is working on kind of the outlining the face. I just need to double check and see if he's done with the outline. Because if he is, then I'm going to try to come in behind him and do some coloration on those eyes, and then do kind of like what I've done here. You can kind of see, well, let me pull back. You can kind of see right there how there's a lot of different types of bricks. I want that, but everywhere. And then also we'll add some different leaves kind of hanging off the side as well. And see what that looks like. We'll probably need to experiment with some different leaves and what that looks like in a swamp-like setting. But yeah, I think we're getting here. There's another question too of, should we go with windows here, or should we go with, you know, I guess like, I don't know. I guess, Well, then there's the other question. Do we go red? Do we go yellow? Do we go purple for the eyes? I need to take a look at some different designs and see. But regardless, we are getting close. We are getting very close to being done. And yet, it feels like so far away. But we will return to the Legion of Doom next episode and help out with kind of these little details and making it look the way that it needs to, so we can finally showcase this thing. But we are getting so close to it being done. You can almost taste it. And it tastes very, very swampy and very, very, very evil. All right, we need to head back to Central City for our last thing that we need to do today, which is to plot out Star Labs. Okay, yes, so we want to build Star Labs here on Earth 2, and to me, it makes the most sense. I've talked to a few other folks about this, and I think we're all kind of in the same agreement. Like, we've got Hall of Justice right here. We've got Central City, the beautiful skyline kind of coming in over here, right here. And it'd be nice to start to kind of like bridge it a little bit around this way, especially with kind of some of these larger builds. We've got, you know, the Central City Citizen building over here, and, you know, Cadmus Labs, the White Lantern. We've got kind of some tall buildings here. We've got some tall buildings here. And then we want to kind of put another big super build right here. Honestly, I think it'd be great. And you know, I don't know if we'll have time. It depends on how long it takes us to build Star Labs and how much longer between that and the next update. But it'd be cool if we had like even just like one more final kind of mega build over here. You know, I've mentioned before, you know, one of my biggest regrets has been putting the Legion of Doom so far away from all of this. And I think it would have made sense to put the Legion of Doom back there in this kind of forest area, even though it's not necessarily a swamp. I don't know. I think it probably would have made some sense. But regardless, it'd be great if we had like Star Labs over here and then maybe something, because we just have all of this dead space right over here. So it'd be nice if we could, I don't even know what that's going to be. Think about it. Let me know what your thoughts are in terms of like what potentially we could put over there, with the understanding it might not ever be anything, because, you know, the new update may come and we'll need to figure that out. But when we went back to the past, we discovered or remembered that the Star Labs is a 70 by 70 build. And it'd be cool, I think, if this road ended up leading us to Star Labs. So even though it's 2x2, what would that look like if we were to put it here-ish? Okay, I don't want it too far back, but I also don't want it too close. Okay, there is the stable. All right, let's just try it from here and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this would be the central location, right? The back doesn't necessarily matter. That kind of matters. Well, let's plot it out going this way. I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to mess this up so bad for Beall because he is our master of circles. This seems right, though, because like I said, we want it to be close enough so that it kind of feels like part of the city, but not like literally bumping up to the city just yet. Because we do want it to kind of stand out on its own in a similar fashion to this. Just we want to kind of bridge the gap between the two. And then you would walk through here. We would have something of, we'd probably jazz up the street a little bit. And we could treat it like a Flash museum too. Like it would be the Star Labs design, but we might actually treat it more like a Flash museum. Maybe. Especially because we already have like a lot of R&D type builds in Central City. Okay, let's just plot out what this would be 35 in the opposite direction. I think we did have an odd number, right? We did have like a... This was confusing. I remember looking, like when we went back in time and we looked at the old build, I could not quite recall whether or not we had an odd or an even number. I'm just going to have to play back the tape. I'm not going to risk... For one thing, the time machine's still busted. I mean, I've just been too busy. You know, there's other stuff going on. Professor X's school for gifted... Oh, 240. Oh, yeah. That, if you want to go to Will's base, it's way out there. Way out there. And completely off-brand. Completely off-brand. That's the off-brand land. We need to make a sign that says off-brand land to go that way. All right. So, yeah. I was getting things ready. You know, plotting out Star Labs. You know, I double-checked, by the way, and it is a 2x2. So that's what we're going to go with over here. And I was getting that ready, and I got a message from Fox who said that we need to discuss a potential LexCorp full buyout on behalf of Eotech of the Red Shop. And now, of course, the Red Shop was our our Redstone shop that we created with Fox, and so there he is. All right, so basically, LexCorp already owns 50% of the Red Shop. From what I understand, Fox, we can, just legally speaking, we can go ahead. I mean, our entire job is to maintain the look and aesthetic of the shop, and so we can make it an Eotech shop pretty easily. We don't necessarily need Fox's, approval for that. I just want to do good business and make sure we're on the same page. But it sounds like he might actually want to buy us out, or want rather us to buy him out. I don't know if I like that idea or not, so we'll see what he has. I'm very curious as to what his offer is going to be. Oh, I should offer him here. Would you like have a snack while you're deliberating? So I was thinking 1 diamond for the sale of my ownership of the Red Shop and all accounts and all contents blank and stones. Wait, I think that's probably sticks and stones contracted for needed equipment for the remodel. Okay, so basically we would buy the shop from him for 1 diamond. All right, so I need to understand this like stipulation that he's putting on it. So 1 diamond to buy me out. Done. That's you want 1 diamond to buy you out? That is about to happen, sir. We will buy you out. As much as I've really enjoyed having Fox manage this, I'm actually about to need a lot of redstone. Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, so Six of Stones contracted for me. All said any materials that I need beyond, and so I'm saying just to clarify that any materials that I need outside of what I already have, because I know I already have some stuff. And the question is, anything that I need beyond that, I get from Sticks and Stones. This is kind of similar to a deal that LexCorp had with the Postmaster General when we took over the renovation of a lot of Central City, Central City buildings and establishments, was that we would also, it wasn't, well, I say a deal. Technically, it was more of just informing him. There was no, we didn't want to put any kind of illegal conditions on the deal we were making with the city. But let's see, I'm really just trying to get someone to purchase some terracotta. Sure. How much is terracotta? All right, so let's just check out these Sticks and Stone stock. I think, the reality is that I think I actually have quite a lot of terracotta. There was a couple weeks ago, I went and did kind of a massive terracotta dig in preparation for an upcoming build that it's kind of a while before I'll actually get to it, probably. But I wanted to make sure I had everything on hand. This is all a bunch of dyes. Obviously, I don't need any dyes. Color terracotta, two diamond stacks. Okay. Done and done. All right. There we go. And it is done, ladies and gentlemen. We now have full ownership of the Red Shop, soon to be EOTech's first ever retail front. So this just needs a minor little facelift that we just got. Honestly, we just got the terracotta for this. Can we just do this right now? I think we might be able to do this right now. I mean, there's a couple of improvements I want to make. For one thing, this door has always been kind of fun because it it kind of gives a visual experience and kind of sound when you walk through. But for one thing, this has always been kind of broken, which has been a problem. And yeah, I don't know. There's just a little bit of little upgrades, little touches that we could kind of do. And I think I can actually make this probably a bit more of a fluid door. I would like it so that it wasn't quite the delay that's here. I think that's an easy enough fix. But yeah. And then there's kind of a question of what do we do about the floor. I've got all of these iron blocks because it worked with this color scheme. We'll probably use black slabs instead of the quartz, which would be great because I know exactly where I'm gonna put that quartz. I'm gonna definitely maintain the red here. And then, you know what? I could see this. Yeah. We might do a little bit something different on the welcome design with the new or kind of the front facing here, but this is great. We're just gonna go ahead and put this up right here. Renovations. There we go. Under new management, closed for renovations. Boom, 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 boom. That's great. Okay, cool. Well, this will probably be done before next time we stream. This is an easy enough little kind of quick build, but since Fox was able to jump on real quick and help us negotiate this, I wanted to go ahead and get that in the books. But that is going to do it for us for this week. Until next time, goodbye.